Is black tea is healthy for our body? This is the most popular question that people asked. The first point is 1. Reduced iron absorption. Tea is a rich source of a class of compounds called tannins. Tannins can bind to iron in certain foods, rendering it unavailable for absorption in your digestive tract. 2. Trusted source. Iron deficiency is one of the most common nutrient deficiencies in the world, and if you have low iron levels, excessive tea intake may exacerbate your condition. Research suggests that tea tannins are more likely to hinder the absorption of iron from plant sources than from animal-based foods. Thus, if you follow a strict vegan or vegetarian diet, you may want to pay extra close attention to how much tea you consume. 2. Trusted source. The exact amount of tannins in tea can vary considerably depending on the type and how it's prepared. That said, limiting your intake to 3 or fewer cups, 710 milliliters per day, is likely a safe range for most people. 2. Trusted source. The second point is 2. Increased anxiety, stress, and restlessness. Tea leaves naturally contain caffeine. Overconsuming caffeine from tea, or any other source, may contribute to feelings of anxiety, stress, and restlessness. 3. Trusted source. An average cup, 240 milliliters, of tea contains about 11 to 61 milligrams of caffeine, depending on the variety and brewing method. 4. Trusted source. 5. Trusted source. Black teas tend to contain more caffeine than green and white varieties, and the longer you steep your tea, the higher its caffeine content. The third point is 3. Poor sleep. Because tea naturally contains caffeine, excessive intake may disrupt your sleep cycle. Melatonin is a hormone that signals your brain that it's time to sleep. Some research suggests that caffeine may inhibit melatonin production, resulting in poor sleep quality. 6. Trusted source. Inadequate sleep is linked to a variety of mental issues, including fatigue, impaired memory, and reduced attention span. What's more, chronic sleep deprivation is associated with an increased risk of obesity and poor blood sugar control. 6. Trusted source. 7. Trusted source. People metabolize caffeine at different rates, and it's difficult to predict exactly how it impacts sleep patterns in everyone. The fourth point is 4. Nausea. Certain compounds in tea may cause nausea, especially when consumed in large quantities or on an empty stomach. Tannins in tea leaves are responsible for the bitter, dry taste of tea. The astringent nature of tannins can also irritate digestive tissue, potentially leading to uncomfortable symptoms, such as nausea or stomachache. 8. Trusted source. The amount of tea required to have this effect can vary dramatically depending on the person. More sensitive individuals may experience these symptoms after drinking as few as 1 to 2 cups, 240 to 480 milliliters, of tea, whereas others may be able to drink more than 5 cups, 1.2 liters, without noticing any ill effects. The fifth point is 5. Heartburn. The caffeine in tea may cause heartburn or aggravate pre-existing acid reflux symptoms. Research suggests that caffeine can relax the sphincter that separates your esophagus from your stomach, allowing acidic stomach contents to more easily flow into the esophagus. 9. Trusted source. Caffeine may also contribute to an increase in total stomach acid production. 10. Trusted source. Of course, drinking tea may not necessarily cause heartburn. People respond very differently to exposure to the same foods. The sixth point is 6. Pregnancy complications. Exposure to high levels of caffeine from beverages like tea during pregnancy may increase your risk of complications, such as miscarriage and low infant birth weight. 11. Trusted source. 12. Trusted source. Data on the dangers of caffeine during pregnancy is mixed, and it's still unclear exactly how much is safe. However, most research indicates that the risk of complications remains relatively low if you keep your daily caffeine intake under 200 to 300 milligrams. The seventh point is 7. Headaches. Intermittent caffeine intake may help relieve certain types of headaches. However, when used chronically, the opposite effect can occur. 15. Trusted source. Routine consumption of caffeine from tea may contribute to recurrent headaches. Some research suggests that as little as 100 milligrams of caffeine per day could contribute to daily headache recurrence, but the exact amount required to trigger a headache can vary based on an individual's tolerance. The 8th point is 8. Dizziness. Although feeling lightheaded or dizzy is a less common side effect, it could be due to drinking too much caffeine from tea. This symptom is typically associated with large doses of caffeine, typically those greater than 400 to 500 milligrams, or approximately 6 to 12 cups, 1.4 to 2.8 liters, worth of tea. However, it could occur with smaller doses in people who are particularly sensitive. The last one is spikeal. 9. Caffeine dependence. Caffeine is a habit-forming stimulant, and regular intake from tea or any other source could lead to dependence. Symptoms of caffeine withdrawal may include headache, irritability, increased heart rate, and fatigue. If you liked this video, please subscribe my channel and also press the bell icon to get notification of future video. Thanks.